What's going on, JJ Live? So welcome back to another vlog, and as you can see, it's late as fuck. It's 1 in the morning, but I forgot to get you guys another vlog today just because it's been Sunday, so I've been trying to relax a little bit. But I actually had another video for you guys planned, which probably goes out before this, and it touches on some good points for Shopify. But I meant to edit the video tonight, but I ended up leaving this memory card in the GoPro that you're on now, and it was in my car all the way from my dorm. So I ended up driving all the way, or walking all the way to my car, picking up the GoPro, and I was going to run back to the dorm, but instead I decided to shoot another little video to help you guys out while I'm at this. But yeah, ignore this. I'm wearing a fucking blazer with Google fucking fiber shirt. So anyways, it's cold out, the temperature dropped like immediately. But anyways, what this video is about is a good topic that I wanted you guys to kind of hear out. Just give you guys some new feedback on if you're starting a Shopify store, or if you're even considering it, and what kind of niche you should go into. And I've already talked about niches, but I want to talk in specifically on the one that I started with, my first store. And I want to touch on the main 3 products that I sold right off the gate that were most profitable, which I wish I would have scaled a different way, but these are the products that worked out for me when I first started my Shopify store. So first product actually was the Lion bracelet. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a high-end luxury item. Most guys promoted it on I hear another car somewhere, but most guys promoted it on their on like luxury pages, cars. They promoted it on pages with like expensive shit, cars, girls, all that, because that's what guys were into. They want to live this like luxury, lavish lifestyle. So that's kind of what they focused their taste on mostly, was high-end luxury items. So that's where the Lion bracelet was promoted. And for the audience, I'll give you that too, in case you want to go experiment with it and test it again. But I mean, Movement watches was one, and then David Yurman was another. They sell like extremely high price like luxury bracelets and watches, mostly geared towards like weddings, but it's very high end. So that's the bracelet I've focused on, because they had very similar in taste products, but it was like $1,000 for that product, as opposed to my bracelet, which costs like 30 cents. But I said it costs like $69, but I promoted it down to really free plus shipping. But even at times I've had people buy like 4 bracelets from my store without the free plus shipping offer. So instead of paying like $9.95 for it, they were paying upwards of like $39 for one bracelet. So multiply that times 4, you can see what kind of profit margin I made off of a 30-cent bracelet. So I mean, that's one of the main products I focus on, was definitely men's bracelets, and I highly recommend it. And I still do it today sometimes. It is a product that is like, it's something you would see, like, I wouldn't say in a gas station, but you know, you go to the gas station, you pump your gas, and then you walk in there, you go to pay for it, or if you pay prepay or whatever, you go in there and then you see the shit on the little counter. You see like phone chargers and different little items, lighters, that you probably wouldn't go to a gas station to buy unless you were just there and you saw it. So it's kind of those little upsell items. So with my previous store, I sold watches, which is the second thing I'll talk about. But watches, people go to buy a watch, and then they see some bracelets over there, they grab a bracelet, and instead of that watch like barely breaking even, you have a $40 bracelet that only costs you like 30 cents. So that kind of boosts profit margins when they add it to the cart. But in regards to the second item, the watches, that was another big thing, and it's really played out nowadays. Like, you really have to brain yourself like perfectly for it to work out. But it's one of those great things, because what you want to look for when you're drop shipping a product is you want that product to be like low cost for you, but have a extremely high perceived value. And that was the key with watches, because you can find watches on AliExpress for like $2, and they look legit. Like, they look legit, and you wear them out in public and people ask where you got the watch, and then you point them to your site. But really low cost watches, and you can like sell it for free plus shipping. You could boost it, say 50% off, and say the watch is $29.99, and have it like at, I don't know, $49.99, and they'll still buy it. You can even have it at like $89.99. There's people doing that, and then say that it's 80% off or something like that. And there's several ways you can promote watches, and that's what worked for me, and it works for a lot of stores. So if you're in that luxury niche, that men's fashions niche, I highly recommend it if you're starting out, just to get something going. Because main point of watches and stuff and all of those little things is not only to get sales and get profit coming in, but it's also to build that email list and just build some customers coming in, because the more customers you have in your pixel and your email, the more you can target later on during seasons like holiday season, which is coming up. Cyber Weekend, Cyber Monday, whatever it is, Black Friday, all those are coming up. So you got to be ready for those. And if you have a list going, you can easily promote and email to all those people and really make high ticket margins off those. And this is shit I didn't know back then, but I know now from just trial and error. And highly recommend you take advantage of it. Now the third thing that I've sold, it was kind of off the grid kind of thing. Like, my store was luxury, but this is like my experimental phase where if I saw something working, like a fidget spinner would fall under this category. But I did not promote fidget spinners, and I really wanted to, but the way I handled my finances during the time, I just didn't have the opportunity to. So fidget spinners fall into this category, but what I did sell during that summer was Pokemon Go. They came out, so Pokemon hats, Pokemon tanks, everything Pokemon. Just ridiculous conversions, and that was because of the timing of it. Like, it was trending, like on Google Trends, you can see it flatline like at a 0 is what they're from. They rank it from like 0 to 100. It was at like 0, and then once it released, it jumped all the way to 100, and it stayed there. So if you were promoting during that time, you were making some crazy fucking margins. And just for shits and giggles, if you want to know the targeting I use for the Pokemon stuff, for the Pokemon hats, it was real basic. If you like Pokemon Go or if you were in Pokemon, that was it. But the Pokemon tanks, that's where it got a little bit more complicated, because I want it to be real specific. So I did same thing, Pokemon shit, and then under I narrowed it down to people who love working out at Gold's Gym, the YMCA, and just love working out gear. And that's what really sold that item. So a bunch of gym dudes and gym girls were tagging each other in and saying, yo, we need to get this. And believe it or not, I would go to gyms and I'd see people wearing my shit, and I wasn't even like promoting that much of it. Like, I didn't know to scale ads at the time, so it was still like low cost ads, but I mean, profit was insane on it. So that's what I did for that thing. So bracelets, watches, and then the third category, which was just experimenting with things that were trending. So fidget spinners, Pokemon shit, anything that you just see exploding, you see a lot of news about, you want to promote. If it's a new movie coming out, you want to promote. All that, you want to at least try it, even if your store has nothing to do with it. And I'm saying my store is the luxury out, like boats and shit, yachts, Lamborghinis, all that. You see that on my store. You see men with like AP watches, Rolexes, they're wearing my bracelets. You see all those pictures on there. And then you get landed on a Pokemon page, which was totally like irrelevant to my store, but I mean, people still bought it. No questions asked. They didn't ask, say, why is the store selling this? They just bought it. So the lesson from that is don't worry about your site as much. If you're running ads, focus on like the product page itself. When you send people through your ads, send them to the product page, and your goal is to make the sale right there. Now, the benefits of having a niche store is that if they do land on that page, they click add a cart and they leave, they won't be scared away. Because if someone was buying a Pokemon shirt and they left the page to go to like my homepage, they would have left the whole thing. They would have been like, what the fuck are they selling this? It's a scam or something. But if I'm selling like luxury watches and they leave the page, they go to the homepage and they see, for instance, they see bracelets, they see maybe a nice necklace, or they see blazers, ties, and all that, then they'll be more interested. They might even add some more to their cart. So that's the plus side of that. But I mean, that's a little just some little pointers on how I used my store back then. Again, today it's a lot different. I try to reel as much as possible without dealing with legal shit and all that. But like I said, like, I'm being real with you guys. I'm showing you like what I do and how I go about my store, and just showing you like real in depth on how I handle my shit. And yeah, I guess while I'm here, that's pretty much the majority of what I have to say, unless I think of something else. But I guess I'll show you a little bit about me personally. As you can see, we're just chilling in the garage. Yeah, that's my Chrysler Crossfire 2006. Really undervalued car in my opinion. And yeah, I take this everywhere. This is where I shoot all my videos. So yeah, that's what keeps me driven all the time. But But yeah, so when we shoot vlogs, this is what you see me riding all the time. My GoPro is actually about to die. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. It's going on about 15 minutes. I'm editing a little bit of it out. But in regards to that, if you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe. If you're new, leave a like if you enjoy this video. Comment for suggestions, and I'll catch you guys in the next Shopify tutorial / vlog.